What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to give you my second update to my MooMoo small account challenge. Go over the portfolio, stocks I'm buying, and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So in case you are new to the channel, I did create a brand new portfolio, and it is a small account. So as you can kind of see, the dollar value is roughly around $1,000, give or take, just over that. And so ultimately the purpose of this is because way too many individuals out there just kind of post 30,000 and plus dollar kind of trades, and I don't feel like that's realistic. So I wanted to do a video all about this, and getting right to it though, so you can kind of see my one and only position is NIO. I do have 100 shares of it, just had their earnings, very good. It is pushing higher, so I'm up about $2 with it. Nothing overly crazy, but in this video I'm actually going to be doing a options trade on that, because the purpose of me having 100 shares is for the purpose of doing future options and whatever else. But for today, I do want to buy a stock, and this one some people might disagree with, a little bit speculative in nature, but I actually do cover this as well under one of my YouTube channels, and that is Opendoor. And so it's been gaining a lot of good traction. Some people argue that it's a squeeze play. Some people kind of just assume it is just a cult. Still kind of stuck in limbo. As of today, there hasn't really been that much in news. You can kind of see right here, a lot of the kind of articles are being brought up about it, but nothing really official from the company itself ever since the 28th. So nothing overly crazy. So still a lot of things stuck in limbo. I think the big catalyst for it will be them announcing a new CEO. But as far as right now, I do want to take advantage of the momentum. One thing on a side note that I generally like to bring up is the flow. So you do see a lot of bigger actual positions getting in. I think just overall today, the market does suck. You can kind of see that based on just the broader indexes all pulling back. And there hasn't really been that much in substantial news to justify that. So I think today's push lower is more psychological, because historically September, of course, I think goes down. But nonetheless, when it comes down to Opendoor, I wanted to go over my transactions. So ultimately, if we go quickly over here, so I do have I can buy 83 shares. So you can kind of see just the general price and everything. So I will be buying, let's say just because I do intend on having a third position as well. So I'm going to buy roughly only 50 shares of this. And so that's going to equate to $234. And so if I hit buy, and voila. So order is done. So now I do have two positions. One is ultimately the NIO position. So right over here, going back over here. So I have one NIO position, 100 shares, average of 643. So I'm up now 91 cents with that. And then Opendoor, I have 50 shares of that at a average cost of $4.70. A lot of individuals out on social media are assuming that it's going to go to like 80. So if that does, for whatever reason, come to fruition, then that would be pretty good, mind you. But as far as right now, I'm pretty confident with that. So aside from these two positions, I do want to have a covered call on my NIO. And so if we kind of double click this, you can easily go to options. And there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I've brought this up in the past on how the strategy builder makes it extremely easy for investors just to do this. So this makes things like very beginner friendly. And so for instance, when it comes down to NIO, based on their last earnings, it shows that things will be kind of status quo up until Q4. That's when things will really ramp up. So ultimately, I'll take advantage of that volatility. And so I will choose more of a bullish type of mentality, and ultimately do October 3rd. Well, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can actually do a strategy, or instead of this, if you wanted just to manually do it, you can definitely do so. So for instance, if I choose, let's say October 17th as a expiry date, and for instance, choose, let's say $7 as a strike, you can easily just do that right here. So I only do have 100 shares. So 100 shares equates to one option. So that's the max I can do. But for the most part, everything looks pretty good there. All you have to do, and it looks like it's already filled. So at the end of the day, if NIO for whatever reason does go over $7, then my 100 shares will be taken away. Flip side, if it does stay even close to here, remotely here, or even below $7, then I get to keep my premiums. So this is kind of the advantageous thing about doing options. So take your time, research. In my opinion, they could be very profitable and beneficial, but nonetheless, this is what my portfolio does look like right now. So what I'm going to be doing is a third update video where I buy my third stock. But what is your viewpoint, for instance, on Opendoor and NIO? Do you think I made a mistake by limiting NIO, or what's your kind of general thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. One thing as well as an asterisk I should mention is I can always close out this option at any time. So let's say NIO does pull back a little bit, consolidates to, let's say, that 550, because if we go back over here, you can kind of see the market position. It goes to show that there is a little bit of a gap. So if you do believe in the gap needs to be filled type of mentality, then I could easily close my option out at that stage. And of course, when it does go on a secondary push higher, then this is where I could do it, rinse and repeat once again. So do your own due diligence and all the other fun jazz, but let me know your thoughts on this portfolio. But one final thing I wanted to share with you, if you are wanting all of this information completely free, recommend a lot of individuals just to sign up. If you sign up using my link, you can actually view all of my trades going forward. So a little bit more of an extra benefit there. But aside from that, if you just deposit $100, they also give you $50 back in a cash coupon. So that's a pretty good return on investment if you ask me. So let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to take advantage of this promo while you can. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.